Assalamualaikum viewers, this is Engineer Khaliqur Rahman and welcome to my channel Civil C. Viewers, today we are going to discuss about the formatting in Primavera P6. So let's start our lecture. So the first part is the print preview. For print preview, go to File, click on the print preview. Here you can see that on the screen the print preview of the screen layout has been shown, and this is not fixed according to our requirement as the time scale has not been shown properly. Moreover, there are further settings. Here you can see that it is adjusted into the 6 pages. So for that you have to go on the page setup. Okay, first of all you have to select the page size. Okay, I want to print it on a A3 page. Just click on the apply and click on OK. So you can see that this page setup is changed. It will shift into the A3 size. Still the time scale need to be adjusted. Close it. Okay, you can drag and close this time scale. Little bit move. Okay, go to File, Print Preview. Okay, page setup, click on the page setup. Click on the options. You can see that the time scale, the start time is 13th of September 2024 and the time scale finish is, if we want to select the project early start and the project finish, latest finish, then apply. This will adjust it according to the criteria selected, but there seems to be one issue that the bars, starting bars by which the project started on 16 September is considered with the actual total cost column. So in order to manage this and to create a gap, so you have to adjust some settings. Go to option, click on the start and custom date. So instead of 16 you will select it as 13 and also custom. The project finish date is 22nd January 2025 and you will click it as 25. Apply it. Okay. You can see that this will become better. Still, if you want to change the finish date, you can select it as 29 January. it will create a little bit more gap and will here better. So okay, click on the page setup. Here you can select landscape, which is already selected, and the paper size A3 and adjust it 100%. Okay, margins, here are the margins 0.5 on each side. Here is the header is divided into 3 sections. You can change it. Now here is 4 and the sections are divided into 4, equally 25% each, and if you want to divide it into 5, it will be divided into 5, so remain it as 3. So in the left side of the portion of the header, see that the project name, construction of staff residence, and in the middle, layout name, classic schedule layout. Okay, you can change the name. Also on the right side, the date and time. Okay, click on it. If you want to modify it, you can modify it. If you want to set it in the middle, you can set it, select it. You can also change the font. 14, want to change it as Italian, you can set it as okay. If you apply, then you can see that, change it as 0.5, and this is, you can also change the center portion, modify it, select it, go to 14, italic. Okay, click on OK. You can also add picture, logo. From here you can browse, and whatever logo or picture from the folder you want, you can select it by clicking that option. Okay, so okay, apply it. Same like that, modify it, and if this is the date and time. If you want to change it, here you can change it the start date. You can project start, project date. Here you can create gap and like 2. So select it, in the center, and 14, italic. Click OK. Okay, right. Okay, click on the OK. You can see that 16 September 2024 to 12 January. Project duration. Okay, go to page setup. Same functions of the footer also. You can modify it according to your need, demand, and the requirement of the project or client, or whatsoever your need. You will change, similar change like header in the footer. So next is the option. Here you can see that if you uncheck these and apply, all the except activity table, all will be disappeared. You can see that. Okay, so these have to be checked. This is necessary. Apply. Okay, so this is the setup procedure. And one thing I want to tell you more, that okay, this is the included on header. If you want to include on all these pages, you should select all or first or last. Here is the option, and here is the height. You can plus or minus it, like okay. In order to create its PDF, click on the print. Okay, Microsoft to PDF, click on OK, and you can save it wherever you want to save it in the location. Give the file name and the location, so you can save the PDF document by your name, by your desired, whichever you give it, the layout or print whatsoever. Okay, so these columns can be changed, added, subtracted, whatsoever according to your need and demand. You can adjust your column also. So close it, and the next step is the table and font. Okay, go to view, click on the table, font and row. If you click on the default, then it will be selected according to the default. Okay. If you click on this, check the icon, apply it, all activity icons will be shown. Okay, if you want to change the row heights, then it will apply. You can see that the row height are changed. Okay, if you change the font, you can change the font, you can bold. Okay. You can see that the font has been changed. Click on the default and apply. Things will be changed. And okay, if you want to change the color, you can change the color. Okay, background check. If you want to change the color of the font, you can also change the color of the font. Select it as white. Okay, see that. Whatever color you want, you can select it. So click on the default and apply. So this is the setting of the font. You can change according to your requirement. So the next is the how to show start and finish date with bars. Okay, for that you go to view, bars, okay, Here you can see that multiple options regarding the bar has been selected. You can see that if we uncheck the critical, then the critical remaining work will be disappear. You can see that. You can see that the bars with critical activities will disappear. Go to bars and check it. Check it again. Okay, now we have to select the current bar labels. This is the current bar labels already checked, and we have to show it the bar labels. Okay, on the right side the bar label, here is the bar setting and here is the bar style. Okay, on the right side you want to show the description. Okay, fine. Add another. Okay, on the right side you want to show the finish date. Okay, you can see that on the right side if you change, I want to see the finish date, selected as the early finish, and on the left side if you want to see the early start date, light, you can see that on the left side early start date is mentioned. Start date is mentioned. On the left side the early start date is mentioned. Okay, so I will select it as activity name, apply it and click on OK. Okay, the next step is the time scale. Go to view, click on the time scale. Click on the time scale, and here you can set the changes regarding the time scale. Okay, here is the time scale format. You can select 2 lines or 3 lines. If you select 3 lines, then apply it, then it will be shown in 3 lines. Here the year, here the months, here the days. If we select 2, then it will be shown in the two rows. The upper one is the month and year, the lower one is the days. Okay, here you can select the time scale start from where the project started, that coincides with the split bar. So in order to create gap, you can select it as 12. Okay, apply it. You can see that the gap will be you can see that the gap created. And further you can change the font of the time scale. Change 9. Default font. Okay, you can also change that week per year. Here the days will be converted into weeks of year. Date interval, if we select it as week per day, right, you can see that these are divided into weeks, number of weeks, week 38, week 39, week 14 instead of months. So it will become longer. So select it as a calendar and month per week. Okay. So okay, so the next is the file export. We can export or import the Primavera files. Go to file, click on the export. Okay, this is the format Primavera P6 XCR file. You can change the format from here, whichever format you want to export the MS Project, spreadsheet, Primavera P6, Excel, XML, and whatever we want to export in Primavera P6 XCR project. Okay, click on, this is the location. PC, documents, downloads, save, and close. Close it. Okay, the file has been exported, and now we are going to import the same file. Go to file, click on the import, the same file, click on next, project, okay. Next, he is asking that the project already existing in your import, which you are going to import, is already existing. Update the existing, or you want to create new project. Import to construction. Next. Click on the close button. Import was successful. Go to project and you can see it here as the construction of the staff residence part 2. You can click on open project. The same project is open. So this is all about today's lectures. Hope this lecture found informative, and you are shortly coming back with the next informative lecture. Allah Hafiz.